It was unbelievable. A 12-year-old and 12-month-old boy. See, fishing. One day's fish can cover my monthly salary. You won't believe it. If you watch the video, will definitely be impressed by his performance. His tools are also extremely rudimentary. The boat is made of plastic barrels. A fish tied to a drink bottle. The line is his fishing tackle. After the fishing line, the little boy carefully feels the pull on the fishing line. In less than 5 minutes, he withdrew the dead fish. You can see that he is skilled in collecting the fishing line. No sloppiness. At first glance, it is experienced in sea fishing. As the fishing line is retracted, about 1.5 kilograms of holly spots were thrown out of the water. He still wants to struggle straight onto the boat by the little boy. And so the first good item arrived. The price of holly spots is as high as more than 300 caddies. This one is nearly $1,000. And this is just the appetizer for today's sea fishing. And then he put the bait on. Drop the second catch, almost the moment the bait goes to the end. Another door. And after he did that, I dragged another donking class. And this east, Kingpin is louder than the previous one. At least 4 or 5 caddies. Another $1,000. Such a great resource. Just ask if you are envious. And the little boy had no expression on his face. Obviously, he's used to this kind of harvest. After taking off the hook, he threw the third catch. And this fishing didn't wait too long. There's another fish biting. Drag it up and take a look. I'm obedient. Another holly spot. Harvested 3 holly spots in less than half an hour. It's worth thousands. And that's nothing. And what happened next was, of course, my jaw dropped. These 3 or 4 caddies of holly spots, one after the other. I'm both enjoyable and stress reliever, along with the fish. The fish in the cabin of the boat also hid. I never expected a good show to come. This last tune actually dragged up a big guy. This is a vegetarian fish, at least 5 or 6 caddies. Samui fish are available in Hong Kong. The 4 king fish. This one is worth thousands at least. However, the little boy made an amazing move. Directly put this big samui back into the sea. Why is that? Fortunately, today's Dongshin class has gained a lot. So how much are these fish worth? Back to port. He went to the seafood wholesale department to weigh and sell the fish. After a process, a total of 2,460 Philippines were sold. The boss sees Regulus directly gave him 3,000 to the total, equivalent to about RMB 375. If it is sold to our country, at least thousands. The fisherman fished a caddy out of the barrel. Heavy holly spots. Just hang the hook and use it as bait. The price of holly spots is as high as 300 caddies. Most people are reluctant to eat. They were thrown into the sea without hesitation. On the second set of wires, also hung a half caddy of live fish. With such a majestic fish, what kind of monster are they fishing for? And for such a line set, they have prepared several sets. After putting it all down, wait 2 hours to check the harvest. And the first float was dragged to stand up. Can drag such a big float. Must be a big guy. The father jumped directly. Salvaged the float. It was handed over to the son on the boat. Father and son cooperate quite tacitly. The son collects the fishing line in front. Father was right behind, wrapping the fishing line around the foam. I wonder what kind of fish this first line group will catch. As the fishing line is retracted into the sea, a bells and whistles fish gradually floats up. Father quickly took the fishing line after seeing him, dragged the fish out of the water and lift them onto the boat. This is a tiger spot that weighs about 4 or 5 caddies. You see, this big mouth can swallow a whole chicken. The price of a wild tiger can be as high as 200 caddies. This one could be worth thousands of dollars, but that was only the beginning. The harvest that followed was even more blinding to my eyes. This second line set, the same father went down and salvaged the float. What surprise will this bring us? After my son's take-up line, another fish was dragged out of the water. He's still struggling. He was directly lifted onto the boat by his father. I'm obedient. This tiger spot is bigger. At least 6 or 7 caddies. Another $1,000. Where is this fishing? This is obviously picking up money in the sea. And it goes on. The third line group does not need to be launched. Dear, I took the fishing line on the boat. Although it is a bit difficult to collect, but he was still able to control the situation with ease. And smoothly retracted the fishing line. Another tiger was dragged out of the water. Still struggling, he was lifted onto the boat by his father. This tiger also weighs 6 or 7 caddies. Such a great resource. I'm both addicted and envious. I really want to go and experience it with them. The thrill of sea fishing, and the good show often comes at the end. This fourth set of lines, another tiger spot was dragged up without accident. For line groups will collect for fish. And it's all tiger spots. If you put dozens or hundreds of line groups, don't get rich. And this last line set let them down. After dragging it up, Dongshin Ban is still there. The body has been bitten off. I don't know why I didn't swallow it. But you have for tiger spots. They are already satisfied. So these for tiger spots. How much is it worth? They went home and sold the fish. A total of 12,780 Philippine matches were exchanged, equivalent to about 1,597 yuan.